Hello, I'm Silver Barker. Welcome to Scripps News Timeline. In this show, we highlight some of the week's most compelling stories packed into 1 hour just for you. This week is Winter Weather Awareness Week in Ohio and West Virginia. We are joined today by lead forecaster Aaron Ashley, who has a little glimpse of what this winter will look like and why. With temperatures dropping, people now have to look out for COVID and flu symptoms. However, when it comes to COVID, things are a little bit different. Now, depending on the severity of the case, COVID can actually qualify as a disability under the ADA for workers. During the daytime, the sun is here to provide us light to walk through parks like this. But what about at night, when we need that artificial light? Well, that's when this can become a concern. Now imagine this. You're a resident advisor in a dorm, and it's 2:30 a.m., you're peacefully asleep, when all of a sudden you wake up to something. So you go to check your door, and you see there's a resident urinating right outside your door. Well, that's exactly what Christopher Brown, an Ohio University student, says happened to him last month. Earlier this morning, a plane crashed into a car dealership, leaving both the pilot and the passenger dead in Marietta. Leaking ceilings, broken floors, and outdated material. These are the current conditions of the Athens High School, a school that the Athens Board of Education wants to demolish and rebuild.
There's a number of things about that building that ultimately we really can't fix no matter how much money we throw at it.
The school board projects the estimated cost to build the new high school to be about $58 million. In order to pay for it, the school board is asking voters to approve a $24 million bond issue on November's ballot, leading to a 2.06 mils increase in property taxes for Athens residents. For example, a home valued at $200,000 would have to pay $144 every year starting in 2025 for 30 years. Once the money is collected and a majority is spent, the state is going to pay $28.5 million. However, some Athens residents in the community are upset.
Stop. No more levies. No going out to the community for more money. Just stop.
Superintendent Tom Gibbs says this is a position the school board did not expect themselves to be in. In 2018, the initial plan of the Athens School Board was to improve all of their facilities through a $60.5 million levy approved by voters. While a majority of the money collected was spent on the rehabilitation of the elementaries and middle school, the school board planned to combine the remaining amount with pending state money to build the new high school.
COVID hit spring 2020. That's when we were hoping to get a state approval. Around that time, the state put on hold many state projects, including prisons, schools. They actually kind of froze the capital budget for a period of time.
They currently have $6 million left from the levy approved in 2018, an amount that some would argue is more than enough to fix the current high school.
$6 million is a lot of money. And they've got a lot of deferred maintenance. This is a really important point. And I think what they did was they deferred a lot of this maintenance to justify, well, we ought to get rid of this building because it's old and going forward.
But Gibbs says with the rise of inflation in recent years, $6 million isn't a sufficient amount.
If it costs $58 million to build a new building that size, $6 million to renovate an existing building isn't going to get very far into all of the things that need to be accomplished.
Other residents agree it is time for a new building as they worry for the sustainability of the current one.
If you look at what we would expect from a modern building, that's not what we're getting right now. We have many issues in that building that are inherent to the design. So it's not maintenance. It's the fact that it was designed to do something else.
The new building would consist of new amenities, including an auxiliary gym. It would be built in the 2-level parking lot located next to the new high school. If passed, construction would start in 2025, a decision left in the hands of the community. This is what the next chapter looks and sounds like for the Mount Zion Baptist Church, restoring the historic stained glass windows, renovating the basement, and replacing the roof, all to breathe new life into the last Black landmark left in Athens. The Mount Zion Preservation Society has a vision and is looking to turn the place into something meaningful for the Black community. Dr. T. For Ahmed is a member of the Mount Zion Preservation Society, and she believes this project is important for many reasons.
To certainly keep the history alive, to build character, to build confidence, to build credibility, to add to the esteem of certainly for students that come here.
A class at Ohio University's College of Business did a semester-long research project asking a total of 100 alums, students, and businesses what they would like to see the building turned into. The top answer was a soul food restaurant. Second was an event venue for performances. And third was a broadband for socializing. All three ideas were taken into consideration by the Preservation Society, as they are now looking to try and implement them. While some would like to see new additions to the building, others think the church should remain just as it is.
I think we should leave it as a church and like a historical piece and not, put anything in there, because we have a whole bunch of spaces where we can utilize on campus and in Athens.
The Mount Zion Preservation Society is currently working with multiple construction crews to make improvements to the building. Although the project is finally in action, there is still much more work to be done.